Hi there everyone, and welcome back to BRM Driving School. So going to be doing another one of our little route videos today that might come up on your driving test in Oxford. So if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, and leave a comment. Let us know how your lessons are going. Have you got a test coming up soon? Have you done one? How did it go? Things like that. I'll be completely honest from the beginning. The first part of this may not be 100% correct, because I've been told this by other instructors, but from the sat nav to the end, it's all correct. So it's where we're going to be driving around areas like Headington. We're going to go into Sandhills. If you ever tried coming out of Sandhills, going back towards Headington roundabout, you might already know about a particular turn that catches out people when you're coming out of Sandhills, and then shortly after that we'll be going into Risinghurst. So if you ever tried going from Thornhill Park and Riding, going left into Risinghurst, it's quite a tight corner, but you also got a bus lane on your left as well. So it's one of those things to be aware of. So what I'll do is I'll just get straight into this, because the sunlight is getting against me. I'm recording this at like 3 o'clock on a Saturday in November, so sunlight is definitely against me here. Okay, so for those of you who don't already know, Oxford's Test Centre is just here on the left, where this car will be going. So this is someone finishing up their test. Hopefully all goes well. Normally I'd recommend going a bit closer to the curb on the left hand side before you turn in, because it is quite a tight corner there. So they got in alright, but normally I'd recommend going a little bit further to the left. Okay, so we're coming down here, end of the road, we will be turning right. Pedestrians, so we can put up to the bump. Nobody's here, so I can keep it going. So close that window there, otherwise we're getting a lot of wind coming in here. Okay. So, going along Holloway, we got a mini roundabout at the end of the road. Mini roundabout will be taking the first exit to the left. Got to be careful with the pedestrians in that situation, because if anyone's seen one of Ashley Neal's recent videos, it was to do with the instructor that he referred to as probably being the worst instructor video he's ever seen. Yeah, also keep an eye on, there was a situation with a pedestrian at the roundabout, and as I've just had with the pedestrian, the Amazon driver there, quite unpredictable, and it's a question as to whether it was their priority or not. And the way I was treating that situation, if they're, yes, it is their priority, but if they're not going to cross the net, I will continue, but be very, very cautious. Because I think it's the problem, this highway code rule that was brought in a few years ago. It was brought in so quickly and so quietly. One, a lot of pedestrians aren't aware of it being changed, and two, as a pedestrian, they're like, well, I don't really want to step out in front of a vehicle, But anyway, so carrying on down here, crossings all clear. Keep an eye on this other Amazon driver. Watch for the door opening. So I'm just going more to the right here. There's no one coming. I'm going to take more space. So traffic lights, I'll be turning right. Be aware of oncoming traffic here, because as I was saying at the beginning, I'm recording this on a Saturday afternoon. It seems to be quite quiet, but it can be quite busy along here, and you might have the lights on the opposite side, the lane nearest to you might be stopping because they're, you know, giving way to oncoming traffic, but the other lane is active. Could be people coming. So here I look into the other side. So like here, I can see the bus is turning right, but I know there's people behind that bus. So I'm not going to blindly pull out here because I can't see. So I'm just poking my head round so I can see. And that's where a lot of people go wrong with these types of traffic lights. They go, oh, I can't see anyone. They just blindly pull across, and you know, the vehicles coming there. So you've got to be very cautious when you're turning right at those lights. Okay, so going to be taking next road on the left. So this corner here, quite a sharp corner. I'm going to go into first gear for this one because I cannot see around it because of this hedge. So I'm just taking it nice and easy. Lots of steering. Nobody's there. So could be something around there. Okay, now some instructors say you go up this road, some instructors say you go up the next road. I'm going to go up the next road on this one. It doesn't make too much of a difference, to be honest, because you end up at the same spot anyway. Okay, so I'll take the next road on the right. So I'm going to check right signal. So looking for oncoming traffic, which there is. So just nice and slow and steady. So like somewhere along here you could be doing your, you know, parallel park. Maybe if you went along the other road and you're going along this main road at the top here, you've got the option of pull over on the right. You know, you've got plenty of options of manoeuvres on this route. Okay, so looking up ahead I can see trailers sticking out, so I'm just reducing the speed here. Here's enough room for me to get by, but less space, less speed. Taking it easy. End of the road I'll be turning left. So there we go. I've slowed it right the way down on that one. So looking to the right, looking to the left, looking to the right again. So checking both sides, checking it's all clear. Okay. And then up ahead I am going to be taking the next road on the left, and then I'm just going to set up the sat nav. Keep an eye on these pedestrians here, because you know they've not looked my way. I'm just being very cautious, especially with there being kids involved. You know. There you go. You know, especially young, little tiny kids. They're being, you know, extremely cautious. But I think this is the thing that's come in with this highway code rule change. So I'm just going to pull over along here. You know, yes, they have the priority there, but you know, pedestrians aren't going to walk out in front without checking first. But you know, with kids being involved, I'm going to be extra cautious there. Okay, so sat nav. So from here on, I have been told this is correct. You know, from here to the end. Okay, so just double check on my little screen here. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, because when I recorded one of my other videos I wasn't too happy with it, was a bit too zoomed in. I've changed it to a wider angle lens, but yeah, you can still see the sat nav alright. Okay, alright, so I'm going to pull away when it's safe to do so. So pedestrians, so pull away with a signal. Do be aware of this road here at particular times of the day, because round school pick up and school drop off time you can't go down this road because it says Monday to Friday. Well, the important time here is 2:20 or 2:30 to 3:20. It's 3:15 when I'm filming this, but it's a Saturday, so I can go down here. So that's why I just slowed down there. But it's in the morning, you know, around the pickup, you know, the drop-off times at school, sorry. You know, you got the times in the morning, you got the times in the afternoon, but I'm recording this on a Saturday, so even though I'm within the times of the afternoon, because it says Monday to Friday on that sign, I'm okay to go down here. If it was Monday to Friday, I would have had to have gone right at that junction back there.
At the end of the road, turn right. Turn right.
So yeah, turning right. So quite a close junction here, so slow down, be prepared to stop. Because visibility on both sides is pretty poor. So it is, 20. It feels very slow along here, but I am doing, according to my speedometer that's in front of me, it says I'm doing 1920. I know it says slightly less on the sat nav, but Examiner goes off of your speedo, not the sat nav speed.
After 200 yards, turn right.
Slow down because this person's overtaking the scooter. So, checking mirrors to go around this Range Rover. Just giving it a bit more room, just in case doors open. Quite nice doggy in that car. Okay, so yeah, so traffic lights, I'm turning right. So mirror check, right signal. Keep an eye on this vehicle because it's a bit undecided, but now they've decided it's going to be left lane. Keep an eye on lights because they had been green for a while. I was expecting that. Okay, so another junction where I do see people going wrong, because my light goes green at the same time as that vehicle over there, and this, let's just say both of us are turning right. The mistake that you also see is people tend to stay too much to the left here, and then their view gets blocked off by the vehicle over there when they're turning right. So just make sure, when you pull forward, you just if the vehicle over there is turning right, just make sure you're just slightly to the right of them so you can see round the back, see what other oncoming traffic is doing. So see if we get that opportunity, but if not, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay. So should be any moment now, lights should be beginning to change. Prepared now because I know it's going to change, it's just when is it going to change. Okay, so I let this white car clear out first because they're already in there. Okay. Right, now you can see the confusion that happens. What on earth was going on there? Alright, well I'm going to stay here anyway. But this blue car needed to clear out. I think that's the start of some confusion, and you had some people there, two people wanting to go straight from the same side, so I don't know what's going on there. Well, what I'll do is I'll use the magic of editing to skip a few minutes. Alright, so I'm just bringing myself back in now, so I'll get prepared to go again. Now, there was a perfect example, and sort of got it a bit here, perfect example of green does not mean go. It means you can proceed when it's safe to do so. So I can see there's a car coming from around the back here, so that's why. So this is what I was saying earlier, be slightly to the right of this vehicle here so you can see round the back. But, I'm ignoring the beeping there because I can see what's going on. Maybe the people behind can't, but green does not mean go, or doesn't mean blindly go. It means you can proceed when it's safe to do so. And And there I was seeing all sorts was going on, and I was just like, no, I'm not happy, this is safe. So I just stayed where I was, you know. And then when it, you know, alright, I missed out on the green light there, but when it came round again I saw, okay, it was safe that time round. Anyway, crossing, you know, let them do what they're doing. The car in front of me was turning right anyway, so I wasn't going to keep going forward because I didn't want to block the crossing. Anyway, so carrying on. So, you know, those bikes there are not designed for two people. That's why that person's struggling. This person is overtaking on the crossing. That is actually illegal because, you know, pedestrians who might be from the other side might not necessarily be looking to their left if they're crossing. So you can actually be reported for things like that. Anyway, so I'm looking at the sat nav, so it's saying it wants me to take the A40 towards London. So the sat nav's not actually said anything yet. So I'm looking at that sign. I can see it's essentially straight ahead. It's the tiniest bit to the right. It's the third exit. Because, as I said, sat nav's not said anything.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the third exit towards London, then turn left.
So I can use the middle or the right lane from this side. I'm going to use the middle, so I'm just going to check my left mirrors, make sure, you know, nothing's in that bus lane. So I'm just going to check mirrors again, slightly move towards
Cross the roundabout and take the third exit, then turn left.
And underneath this car it does say A40E, so it is definitely the correct lane. Okay, and I mean, look, I've already caught up to that car that overtook me on the crossing, so did they really gain anything? No. Okay. Alrighty, so staying in the middle lane, so I've gone past the first exit, second exit, checking mirrors, left signal on. So as I come off here, it is still 30. You know, they have put these flashing ups, these signs that flash up, but some people have mistaken it. It's like they go past it and then they speed up. No, still 30 until you pass the sign a bit further down. So I'm on my cruise control at 30.
After 800 yards, turn left towards Sandhills.
Okay. And then, so I'm just checking my mirrors before I speed up for this 50. Okay, now I can speed it up. And then it's saying left turn into, it said Sandy Hills on the sat nav. I can assure you it's Sandhills. Okay, so I'm not going to overtake these vehicles because I can see up ahead traffic's building up. So the left turn is at the traffic lights here, but the left turn is not a part of the traffic lights. Because I did see it when I was coming into Oxford one day. I was on the opposite side and I could see it was definitely someone on their test, because I saw the person next to them was wearing a high-vis jacket, where they went to the left here and then they stopped because that light there was red. The red light, if there is a red light on these lights here, it does not apply to the left turn. So
After 100 yards, turn left towards Sandhills.
okay, so as you go to the left here, it is a give-way junction. It is not a part of the traffic lights. So I'm just slowing down, having a look to my right. No one's coming. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep on going. As I turn into here, it becomes a 20. Okay.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Okay, yeah, so let's right on the right.
Turn right.
Okay, so we've got parked cars on this road here, so I am going to take it really steady here because this is very, very tight here. In fact, I'm going to go to first gear here because how tight this whole situation is. So just taking my time, you know. Better to get it done right than to get it done too quick and get it wrong. Imagine if you needed a fire truck or an ambulance down that road. So
After 80 yards, turn right.
someone, I don't know who was the first one to park there, but whoever parked after, you know, great parking.
Turn right.
Okay.
At the end of the road, turn right.
Okay, so check up here as right signal again.
Turn right.
Okay, so looking to the side, it's quite a tight corner here. They could get you to do your hill start along here, so just be aware of that. Okay, now one of the bits that catches out people is just coming up ahead. So the sat nav will get me to go left.
At the end of the road, turn left, then turn right.
So the right turn is at the traffic lights, and it's the traffic lights that's catching out people. So
turn left, then turn right.
So looking out for traffic, no one there. So when you turn right at these lights, you can use the middle or the right lane to turn
right, then turn left.
So it is a little bit difficult to see, but there is a right arrow in this lane here, and then you take quite a wide turn here, so it puts you in the left lane, because it tightens up just here, and that's what's catching people out. They're using the right lane, it tightens up.
After 800 yards, turn left towards Risinghurst.
So people that are starting in the right lane are finishing in the left lane. Now this is the other bit that is catching out people. It's this turn here into Risinghurst. So this is 50. It does go to 30 just before
After
the turn.
400 yards, turn left.
But it is quite a tight turn, and you've got the bus lane on your left as well. So you've got a lot of things to be aware of here. So check your mirrors, left signal on, slow down early if there are people close behind you, give them a bit more warning.
Turn left towards Risinghurst.
And then we move across where this white line becomes dotted. Because a lot of people are turning right, but they're not moving over to the side like what I've done here. Okay. So they're turning left from the incorrect position. So yeah, look out for bikes, be aware of people who are behind you, or look out for buses, sorry. Look out for buses, be aware of people who are behind you on that one, because there's lots of things that could trip you up on that left turn. If you haven't already, make sure you get some practice with your instructor, because that is quite a tricky corner. So I'm looking up ahead, so I can see lights
After
reflecting off the
100
parked
yards,
vehicles.
turn right.
Yeah, they're stationary, but I can see the lights reflecting off the parked vehicles. So I'm turning right at this crossroad.
Turn right.
So I've got priority over the sides, but these oncoming bikes are nowhere near me, so I'm good to turn in. You can see how a lot of things are happening on this route. Okay. So keeping an eye on the moped.
At the end of the road, turn right, then take the third left.
So it's saying right, then third left. The sat nav is
Turn
counting
right,
this one as the first
take
one.
the third left.
So I don't have priority on this one. It is on a hill. I can see there's a vehicle come in. So just remember that sat nav is counting this junction here as the first left. Okay. So the second left is this entrance here, and then the third left is where this traffic light sign is.
Turn left, then turn right.
Okay. So I'm right at the lights.
Turn right, then turn left.
There you go. So we're right, then immediately left. So we're going into Quarry. So just keeping an eye on things here. So we'll be going in the next few moments. So because it's a right then immediate left, make sure you get into the dedicated left turn lane. Because again, another thing that I see people do is they turn right, they stay in the lane one of the main carriageway, and they don't go into here in order to turn left.
Turn left towards Headington Quarry.
So although the parked cars are on their side of the road, I have to give up the priority here. I'm not like that instructor that Ashley Neal showed last week. They're like, no, it's my right of way, and they keep on going. You know, a good instructor will use the term priority. A bad instructor will say right of way. and there is a huge difference between the two. You know, because too many people go, if it's right of way, they will not stop. Priority, people are more willing to give it up. But anyway, through here, just nice and careful, because there is a car coming in through here. It is only wide enough for one vehicle at the time, so no one's got priority. Okay.
After 200 yards, turn left, then you have reached your destination.
Okay. So I can see at the top it is a stop sign. So make sure you do completely stop. You'll be amazed at how often people fail driving tests for not fully
Turn
stopping at
left,
stop signs.
then you have reached your destination.
You know, 'cause what they kind of do here is they slow down. You know, they slow right the way down. They have a look and they're like, oh, no one's coming. They keep going. Unless you have stopped, then you have not complied with the sign. Okay. As I said, you'll be amazed at how often people fail driving tests for not stopping at stop signs. Anyway, I've reached the end
You have
of the
reached
sat
your
nav,
destination.
so be directed as normal from now. So continuing down this road here. So quite a few parked vehicles, but it's quite a wide road here, so should be able to get two vehicles, like two cars side by side. Okay. So here we've got parked vehicles on both sides. It is one at a time. No one has priority. They are already there. So give way to this oncoming traffic because it's already in the centre. My mirrors, it is safe now. I'm going to take the position in. Okay, so end of the road we'll be turning right. Check right signal. Okay, another closed junction. So being very careful, traffic from both sides. You know, because it's starting to get darker now. I'm using like reflections off the parked vehicles to see is there someone coming, because I might see the reflections before I see the vehicles. You know, if you've got your window open, you might hear the traffic before you see it. Okay, so carrying on down here, so they have given me the priority. The priority is always given, not taken. Traffic lights, I'll be turning left. So check the left signal, so it should be my priority. Keep an eye on the lights though, keep an eye on these vehicles just in case. Okay, that's fine. So they have stayed where they should have stayed. As I turn left round the corner, how many of you noticed that the speed limit changed to 30 along here? Because again, a lot of people missing. The sign on the left is quite heavily covered by the tree. The sign on the right is quite far away, but as I go down here, the clues here that is 30. You know, I've got street lighting, no speed limit signs. And another clue as well is, you know, all the side roads have got big 20 signs on them as well. That doesn't necessarily mean this road is 30, but it's definitely saying it's a different speed limit. Okay. Righty. there's a car behind me in the left lane, so I am, you know, being very careful of my space in there. Okay. You know, and some of you might have seen I cut the circle slightly, because if the car behind me was closer, if I tried to steer left to go around the circle, I could have hit that car next to me. So, you know, examiners are okay as long as you make it look like an attempt was made properly. You know, that's as good as you're going to get there. Examiners are not robots. They do look at every situation. You know, why did we do X, Y, Z? Was there anything we could have done differently? You know, examiners always look as to why something might have happened. So anyway, so we're turning left back onto James Wolfe Road. Okay, so just, you know, seeing it more and more here where cars are parking here when they shouldn't. So just be aware of all these vehicles, you know. Because, you know, it's all double yellow lines here. You know, you've got a parking bay here, which is why I'm going to pull up. But just be aware that when you're on James Wolfe Road, a lot more people are parking where they shouldn't be parking. But yeah, well, I mean, a lot happened on that one. I'll just reverse this back in, so just so I'm completely within the bay. There we go. So yeah, test centre's just there on the right. That's where you'll be finishing. So yeah, so that's that route there. That was, you know, initially I thought it was going to be fairly quiet being a Saturday, but that ended up being a bit more chaotic than what I thought it was going to be. So you know, got to be vigilant of all these things at all times. But hopefully, you know, hopefully that video was of help to you. You know, if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up. You know, that helps me know that I'm doing a good job. If you haven't already, do consider hitting the subscribe button. And yeah, leave a comment, share it with your friends. You know, do what you need to do to help you and your friends pass. You know, by sharing this around. And yeah, well, I'll call that a video. And as I said, hopefully it is of help to you. And we'll see you again soon.